You know what that means?
Time to go to work.
It means we get to go to work.
Not daggum time.
Finally. We've been sitting here cooling our heels waiting to start, so today's the day.
Today is the day. This is pre-harvest. I don't know why they just don't start. As far as I know, pre-harvest will go for maybe a week. I don't know how long pre-harvest is going to go. Then they take a break, pull all them that we did, and then they start regular harvest. So
we've been sitting here wasting nice weather, so it's nice to at least get started while... Bless you.
COVID.
It's nice to get started while the weather's at least still decent, and fingers crossed that the weather holds for a little while. All right.
Yeah. Let's go.
Let's go.
Vámonos.
So there's how we're looking with no beets on the ground.
Wait till tonight. There'll be mucho. How do you say beet in Spanish?
I don't know.
Mucho beets.
We'll take a picture of the pile when we get done. But by tonight, hopefully, if we're busy enough, that stack should be 18 feet high, about 80 feet wide. And who knows how long, but by the time we're done, the beet stack will be about 3/4 of a mile long. It's pretty impressive to watch it grow.
Okay, I gotta inspect my boom. Like it.
Well, this is a first.
Yeah.
In 3 years, this is the first time we've been called off for weather because it's too warm.
They called it at 12:30.
Yep, beets are too hot. They'll spoil in the pile, so we're getting sent home for the day, and hopefully it's supposed to be cooler. This is going to be the warmest day this week, so we should have a good work week the rest of the week, but
I'm gonna go home and drink my sorrows away. I'm all bummed.
Yeah, it is a bummer not working a full work day. You get geared up to work, but that's all right. We'll be back tomorrow, 7 a.m.
Yeah.
And hopefully our equipment will be running tomorrow. We were having trouble with it today, so.
Nothing broke down. It should have been fixed yesterday or the day before.
Or over the winter.
Or yeah. There's the beets. There's one farmer with small beets, and they're going underneath. They shoot. They're going underneath that and flying out. So they had to weld on some more pieces to it to make it longer. And
They just couldn't get it right today. They had to quit. They had to shut us down twice to weld that little piece of metal on.
Which stinks because the other pilers, whether they know it or not, it is a competition to see who gets the biggest pile by the end. So that really put a dent in our pile building today. We have to make up for lost time tomorrow.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody.
Here we are.
Back at Beet Harvest.
Got to take our temperature.
Well, I guess
I tried it rectally, but it didn't work.
I feel sorry for the next person that has to use it.
Got to get here first.
Oh, we just got done with pre-pile. We had, 10,000 tons?
Just about 10,000 tons.
About 10,000 tons of beets piled, and the last couple of days they came in and trucked them out. And now we're back to square one.
Back to square one. Hopefully, so they say. 10 days.
And the weather looks pretty good.
Yeah.
This is the nicest weather we've had so far at this time of year. The warmest, the driest.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hope it stays that way.
Yeah.
So this might be the earliest we're out of here, too, if it all goes the way they think it will.
Let's hope.
We can get south before it gets too bad, and we don't have to get the rig sideways down the freeway again this year like we did last year.
Shh. Watch your tongue.
All right, you ready to get to work?
Yeah.
All right, let's go do this thing.
Okay.
Another unprecedented day at the beet harvest. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon and we are going home because it got too hot to pile the beets again. But at least we got about 7 hours of work in this morning, and now we're finishing up cleaning up the machine before we go home for the day, and we're hearing we could possibly be off for the next 4 days until it cools down a little bit. But let me show you what we're doing here.
All right. Okay. What are you doing, Bubba?
Well,
Give a little bit for the rainbow.
look at this shit they didn't even get. When we get down under here, underneath the belt, because that gets full of dirt and mud, and scrape all that out. And we get down in here and scrape along underneath the conveyor belts in here and get all the mud out of there. So what do we scrape on the beet pilers? Pretty much all the moving parts. The gates where the trucks pull in and dump their dirt, the ramps that go up and take it to the main conveyor belt, and the chute that the beets drop down in before they go up the main conveyor belt. And then there's also a section right under the base of the boom, and we scrape all of those to get all the dirt and mud out so that in case it freezes overnight, it doesn't freeze the machine shut. We've got it down to a good system. Normally it only takes us about 20 minutes to get all the scraping done and go home if everybody digs in and does their part. So let's go take a look at our beet pile and see how it looks. I'm gonna apologize now if we get a lot of wind noise. I pulled the camera out to film something from up on the piler the other day, and our dead cat on our mic, which normally you have to like peel back a fingernail trying to get the strap loose to get it off the camera, but no, when I pulled it out of the backpack, pop, it came right off, went down under the control panel into the conveyor belt and with the beets, and it's up here in our beet pile somewhere. I ordered a new one. It'll be here in a couple of days, but we might have a little wind noise between now and then. And I should mention, our beet pile isn't the only one like it here. There's 3. We have 3 pilers, so there's 3 equally sized beet piles going on this lot that we're working at. That's a little sugar beet. They look kind of like a turnip. If you cut one open and taste it, kind of tastes like sweet jicama. And then let me see if I can find a really big one. That's a pretty good sized one there. This is what a lot of them come in like. This is the reason for the hard hats, because they'll jump out of the piling machine and knock you right upside the head, and that would hurt with one of these.
This is how it is.